Hello, and once again, thank you for visiting our website. I thought I'd take just a few moments and let you get to know the owner of the business a little bit better. Moi. Anyways, my name is Charlie Polsey, and I am indeed the sole proprietor and CEO, Chief Everything Officer of PEST Green Pest Control Company. I moved out to California from the Buffalo region of upstate New York in 1980. I spent about 10 months working at my first job out here behind the counter of a convenience store in Playa del Rey. And during that time I kind of got the California syndrome out of my system. After learning to surf and enjoying that for a while, I took to traveling up the coastal region of California and back down the inside borders between California and Nevada, and seeing things like Yosemite and the Sequoia National Forest and all the interesting portions of California. Big Sur was probably my favorite. Anyways, after getting all of that out of my system, I started leaning towards getting something that was a little bit more gainful where employment was concerned. During the time that I worked at that convenience store, a couple of gentlemen that worked for a small pest control company in Playa del Rey came in every morning on their way to work to get their morning cup of coffee. And over time I got to be pretty good friends with both of these gentlemen. And one evening I was enjoying the hospitality of one of the two, my buddy Mike and his wife, and we made a beautiful linguine dinner that night. You know, I like Italian food, and so they made a nice linguine dinner. Linguine and clams. Anyways, Mike and I were sitting on his couch in his home. His wife, Dawn, prepared dinner, and we were talking, and I told Mike that, it's about time I started looking for a real job. And he responded by telling me that his employer, who I knew very well by this point in time, was about to fire one of the people that was working with Mike. And he said, "Why don't you come over and fill that spot?" And I looked at him and thought to myself, pest control, huh? And about all I knew about pest control at that point in time was seeing the Orkin Man on the commercials as I was growing up back east. And I didn't know if it really was something that appealed to me. But then I began to think, I don't really have anything better lined up where employment is concerned. I know everybody that works for this business, which was palatable to me. They basically had a family-like environment going on over there. And I was never adverse to learning something new that I might be able to use in my personal life down the road. So with all of that in mind, I started my career in the pest control industry. I worked for them approximately 3 years, and then moved on to a larger company to see how they did things, with the intent of starting my own business soon. And one day I came home and opened the mail, and there it was, my operator's license in Branch 2 Pest Control. And so the next day I told my then current employer that I wanted to give him 2 weeks notice, and then I was going to start my own business. And Thankfully, we left on good terms. I expressed my appreciation because he knew basically where I was headed when I applied for a job with him. And he knew where I was headed, he knew what I was going to do. And so he had no qualms about me leaving to start my own business. And in fact, he was helpful. So anyways, then it happened. In July, I believe it was, of 1984. No, I'm sorry, excuse me, August of 1984. The Best Pest Control Company served their first client. And ever since that time, we've been doing our best to provide utmost in customer service and do so in an environmentally conscientious way. Speaking of which, 2 years ago, we went entirely green, meaning we use nothing but natural, organic materials in our endeavors anymore. And if you know how to use those materials, they can be quite effective. And I spent 2 years trying to find combinations of materials and combination of materials that would be just as effective as using insecticides and poisons. And after 2 years of research and development, I came up with those combinations. And between that and my knowledge of the pest control industry, we've been very successful in continuing to provide our clients with what we consider our number one product, and that's peace of mind. By providing them with pest and pesticide-free environments in which to enjoy living and working. And so that's basically what we do. That's how I came to be where I am. And if you have any questions about moi or what we do, please give us a call, 310-322-5405, and we'll be more than happy to speak with you and or assist you in providing you with that peace of mind we spoke about a bit ago. Thank you.